Hey everyone, it's Taylor Knight with TK On Demand. Thank you for tuning in to our IG Live. We haven't done this in a little minute, but we're gonna see how it goes again. But this time we're gonna do it different. We're doing our first cooking segment with the chef, Jewel Jennings from Culinary Collection. She's gonna be cooking some bang bang shrimp. So if you wanna cook along with us or take some notes, get your notebook ready or get your notes on your phone ready and let's cook. So first we're gonna wait for some people to join in, and I'll let you know when our special guest comes in too. So I see 2 people on right now. Hey, thank you again for tuning in. For now, we'll just wait a little minute or so until our chef is here. So actually, I'll just kind of give a heads up right now. I won't be cooking with the chef today because I want her to just explain the whole rundown for us, because if I cook along with it, it's gonna take forever and it go over the time that we have. So I'm just gonna take my notes on the side and just watch her. And if you also wanna watch back on this video after this evening, the video will be on my Instagram page, so you can watch it there. And she also will be sharing the recipe and all the ingredients to this delicious meal she's gonna cook for us on her Instagram page, which I'll drop for you guys below. And also, if you guys wanna ask any questions, feel free to comment below, or you can, click the questions icon below, and also just share with us any questions you have about the recipe or about how many things she's putting in it, the cost of all the ingredients together, and just share that. Oh, thank you, Ariana is excited, me too. I love some bang bang shrimp, but I know I'm not the best cook at it, so I'm sure Jewel will give us a good wrap of it. So let's give her a few moments. Hey, Danny, say hey to y'all. Hey, Aries. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. All right, just wait with us for a little bit. Do you guys have any questions? How was everyone's Thursday? I know down here in South Florida, it's been raining all day. So I've been stuck in the house, pretty much, watching Netflix, typical quarantine times, nothing else to really do besides stay in the house. Danny says, yum, are you excited? Yeah. Give it 1 second. Okay, Yana says she's hungry. Okay, yes, girl, I'm hungry too. So I may have to, maybe I'll try to go to the store after this and get the ingredients to cook. But we'll maybe do it another day when I have the full energy to dive into it and be patient with the food. Because when it comes to cooking, I'm not the most patient, which is really bad. I need to be patient with food, because if not, I've had situations where I've burned the food before. The chicken looks crazy, it's just a bunch of situations where it's like, all right, Taylor, you really got to focus in. I've done HelloFresh before, which has really helped me learn how to cook better and be patient, because it's like, oh, it's actually not that bad. But that's how that's been. Oh, Ayana's laughing. Yeah, she was actually with my roommate in college, so she's seen the disaster stories of me cooking and just causing a mess, but she was also a savior in those moments, because she usually helped me out when I was cooking, because, honey, it wasn't good. It was not good. Hey, Kimani, see Kimani joining. Amber, hey, thank you for joining us. Give y'all a little wave. Hey, Robert. We're just waiting for our chef to join us. Give us a few minutes and we'll get started. Is anyone going to be cooking along with us during this? If so, go ahead and type in the comments. If not, that's fine. That's like me. I'm not going to be cooking with us. I'm going to be watching and just getting the deets to write my notes down for later. Oh, our chef is here. She just waved to us. Hey. Danny said that barbecue chickens were fire back in the day. Oh yes, I did make that before. You see, it's a good hit or miss with me. Sometimes if I just add a little sauce to it, it disguises all of that. Come on, so my fat self just here to see food. Or that too, we do have some foodie lovers. I don't blame you. So let's send Jewel a request. I think this is how you do it. All right, where is she at? Here's our chef. Let's get this food cooking going.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Doing good. We're excited. Everyone's on here ready to eat, to watch you to just get our taste buds going.
Taylor's standing next to me, watching me. I went ahead and started some coconut rice because it takes longer to cook than the shrimp will take to fry.
No, literally tell us, I guess first, tell us the name of your company, the reasoning behind it, because I know it's not culinary, it's culinary. So give us the background behind that part.
So it's culinary because I honestly feel like one of my trademarks are my freckles, but also like having really big curly hair.
Hmm.
And it started with, I feel like a lot of the brands out there, people tend to look at the chef, and either whether it's race or gender, they'll make an idea of what their business is immediately. So I was trying to at first like avoid that stigma, but then I was like, I want to embrace who I am. And then if they choose to buy from me or follow my recipes, then it's because that's how I look and they were okay with that. So pearls would just play on that.
Love it, love it. So when did you, well, first tell the people what you're cooking today. Give us that.
So I actually have only had Bang Bang shrimp from Bonefish like once, and then there's a restaurant in Orlando called Fish Bones, and they make a similar dish. It's called Dang Bang shrimp, and Bonefish I like theirs, but I felt like it was really really sweet, and I didn't like how hard they fried theirs. And then when I was at the Fish Bones, theirs had more sriracha, so it had a spice, but then they lightly like a tempura fried theirs, and I liked it better for texture. So then I kind of just combine the two, one for taste and texture. So I'm making my version of dynamite shrimp, and then I made coconut rice on the side, and then I'm gonna just put mine in a piece of butter lettuce as like a wrap. But Tay said he's not eating lettuce, so he'll be eating his as a dish. So rice and shrimp.
Okay, okay. Tell Tay to join on in too. Happily
He's making
newlyweds. Come on, let's.
He's making a cocktail. Tay.
Oh, okay, okay, that's related. We'll save that one. Okay. We have Cash in the comments. She said she's so hungry. Well, she said I'm going to be hungry. That is true. I ate lunch at 1 o'clock, so right now I'm like, this will be my dinner visually. Robert said, tell that man to eat his greens.
Huh?
Robert said, tell that man to eat his greens. And Ayana said, where are the cocktails? You guys gotta wait. We're not there yet. You gotta wait. You gotta get dinner going first.
It's funny. So Bonefish is actually known for one of their signature cocktails is a pomegranate. It's a martini or margarita? A pomegranate martini. And so when I told him I was making this shrimp, he said he was going to make their pomegranate martini to go with it. So
nice, nice.
We'll
so does your husband also have his own like cocktail business going on? So you guys kind of have like a dynamic duo going on right there?
He does. So he has Full House Cocktails on Instagram. He actually has his LLC as well and his business license, but he did his where he got licensed and insured as a bartender because he wants to do events. He wants to bartend at events and then eventually have his own like line. So he just comes up with his own, and then sometimes I pair him with my meals. If I tell him what I'm cooking, then I'll give him an option to find something similar. Mm-hmm. So right now we're running like a little raffle for a date night.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Yes. We're doing a couples date night. So with COVID, we realized how hard it is for us to actually not hate each other in the house because restaurants just aren't the same anymore. You're being like really cautious, and then there's just not that much still open here in Tampa. So we decided to raffle off a night where I will do a catered dinner and he will provide signature cocktails for a couple. So we're going to raffle tickets at $7 and then allow them to pick any date in September.
Okay. So is that just anywhere in Florida or like what? Is there a specific location?
So we're doing Tampa just because I don't want to drive anywhere, but I did.
No, I don't blame you.
I did have some friends ask me for elsewhere and I said, we'll get to that eventually, but right now we're going to just stick to people in Tampa or surrounding areas. So like Riverview, Sarasota, Bradenton's okay.
Okay. That's still a good stretch though of areas, so I don't blame you. Okay, well that's exciting. I'll put my raffle in. I'll be in Tampa soon, so maybe I'll be the lucky winner. Maybe. Okay, so tell us what you're doing right now, because I see your hands moving.
Oh, sorry, I have my hands back. So right now I'm going to move my phone so that I can see more.
Sure.
So this is a cornstarch with saltine crackers. I do those two because I feel like cornstarch gives it a really thick, hard fry, and the saltines lift it up like a tempura. Mm-hmm. So I just put some saltines in the cornstarch, and then I added paprika, cayenne, onion powder, garlic powder, and some crushed red peppers.
Okay.
And then I've had my shrimp sitting for a while in just buttermilk to allow it to get a nice soak on it to coat. And I'm just going to take the shrimp, shake off the buttermilk, and then coat it into my mixture. And then I have a pot of canola oil frying right now to drop it in. And it might be a little hot. Okay, that's boom. So I'm actually frying in a cast iron Dutch oven. And I specify that because I found with seafood, it fries so much better in something deep and heavy bottom like that versus using a normal skillet or deep pot.
So how long will this dish typically, how long does it take to cook this dish?
It'll probably cook for like 2 minutes. I have it pretty high. But
fast, yeah.
You want to typically do it. Normally, I would make my sauce first and have it ready for when my shrimp's done. Mm-hmm. But I have a thing about when people give me cold condiments on hot food.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to let it sit out a little bit to get room temperature for my liking. And then I have to make 2 batches of sauce because my mom and Tay do not like theirs really spicy. Mm-hmm. And I love sriracha, so mine will be a heavier. Theirs will be more on the sweet side, like you would get at an actual bonefish.
Really quick, one of our viewers asked, how long is the prep time usually?
I'd say like no more than 10 minutes. So I buy my shrimp already peeled and deveined. I have too much to do. And then I go through and clean them one last time because sometimes places will miss. Mm-hmm. And then you're just going to put it in buttermilk. And then while you're doing that, you can go ahead and pull down your seasonings. You probably want to go ahead and get your grease going if you're using cast iron. And then I'm going to make the sauce while we're on live. So that takes about like 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay.
The rice is the longest part. It takes about 20, which is why I started it earlier. So it'd be done.
Some of our guests are saying, we love a fast meal. We love a chef that caters to her crowd. And another guest said, sounds yummy. I think the whole audience out here is going crazy. Make sure you guys follow Culinary Collections Instagram page because that's where you can get even better, like this dish and even more options. So definitely follow her. Don't forget. Dorian said, where can we get a cast iron Dutch oven? Ready to up my kitchen game. Yeah, that's a good question. Where'd you get yours?
So I got these luckily as wedding gifts, but the rest of my cast iron, where this one was bought from, you can get it from Target. If you want it pre-seasoned, is what I would look for because otherwise you're going to spend a lot of time trying to truly season it, putting it in and out the oven. You can get it from Target, Walmart. I actually catch like really good deals at Home Goods when it comes to buying pots and pans. You probably get like I think this set you can get like a really good set for under $20.
Wow. Good.
I always tell people they're like sleeping on Goodwill as well. If you think of cast iron, you need it to really be seasoned and used. Mm-hmm. And, typically passed down in your family lineage is the best way to get it.
That's true. Yeah, my family have a Dutch pot. I don't know when I'm ever going to get that or if I'll ever be ready for that.
I'll tell you, you got a long time to go. Okay, so I'm going to fry some of these. And like I said, the rice is actually done. I just did a can of unsweetened condensed coconut milk. Mm-hmm. With a little bit of water and some butter, and I boiled it and added in some jasmine basmati rice. And then I let that soften, come to a boil, and then some of that shrimp's done, and then we're going to make the sauce, which is like really, really quick and easy.
Okay. Matt says hi. Hey, Matt.
There's no specific measurements to it. I feel like this is one of my favorite dishes because of that, because it's literally to your taste. Do you want it spicy, or do you want it sweeter? Do you want to add some more salt? So it's just going to be how you prefer to eat it. And that's the fun in it. If you're making it for a large group of people, it's really cheap and easy.
So how would you cater it towards like young children? Like if it's a little too spicy for them, what do you typically do to really tone it down?
No, so the first batch that I'm going to make for my mom and Tay will be the batch that you would feed the kids because it's just like mayonnaise, some seasonings, and this chili sauce. Mm-hmm. Whereas with mine, I'm add sriracha into it. So there's no spice level to theirs. Mm-hmm. I added cayenne and crushed red pepper in the seasoning, in the cornstarch. But when you fry it, it comes down. It's more of like a flavor than it is an actual spice now.
Okay.
I haven't seen, we have a 2-year-old and then 1-year-old twins. And so we just try to feed them everything that we eat so that they're not picky. And I haven't had.
Yeah, that's perfect.
You said what?
So that's perfect. They're not picky eaters. They eat whatever. I know some kids, my little cousin, all he would eat is like chips and just a bunch of junk food. So that's good they're eating that. Real good
That was
food.
Grayson growing up. He would only eat like mac and cheese and like mashed potatoes. He would.
Yep.
So we learned our lesson with the twins, and now we feed them every single thing that we're eating. Okay, so I'm gonna switch counters so I can.
Okay.
So
On to the next step.
1 second.
And Robert says, home goods. I got mine for $10 to $15. Oh, he said the cook told him to get it there. So.
Told you. So this is the shrimp. I fried it up already.
Really
did with the saltine crackers. If you can see it, it gives it like a lighter thickness, so it still comes off and it's not really heavily fried like some of them are. With it,
That's so good.
Perfect. And then we're going to do the sauce for it.
That looks really good. I really might have to try it. Like, really, like, be patient and try this because it's super fast. It takes no time, and it looks so good, and I love shrimp. So, it's a win.
I like it a lot. I was surprised Tay did. Tay's a really picky eater, so for him to enjoy it, it's like, okay, that's what we're going to feed. So, I'm just going, ooh, it turned. So, I'm just going to do mayonnaise. I just use Hellman's Rowe.
Okay.
If I'm making, like, I would usually use like an olive oil mayo, but I noticed that because of the extra fat content in it, when you mix it with another sauce, it separates. So it doesn't hold as well for the cream. And then I use this sweet chili sauce. You can get it from any Oriental Market or Publix. I don't like any of the other brands I've tried. They have a big difference in taste. So I try to stick to this one. Look at Jibba.
Yeah, I see Jamel's calling. Be sure to send the host the recipe to try for herself. Oh.
I do equal parts, so I'm really bad at measurements when people ask me for recipes. So I just try to tell people equal parts. So if I probably do, this looks like half a cup of mayo to half a cup of the sweet chili sauce. You're gonna whisk it together. And it's gonna get the mayo look.
I love your nails too. Some good nail cam you got going on for us.
I had a stand, but my phone's charging now, so it's not on a stand.
Nails are super cute.
Thank you. I have an appointment on Saturday to get them cut down.
They're good though. I see Pristine Nails Miami. There it came on just in time. Hey. Oh,
so this is a creamier texture. This is what I would feed if we're feeding it to our kids. It's a lot easier to eat on the shrimp. There's no spice in it whatsoever. And then I'm going to go ahead and make the adult version. And
Sriracha, okay. I'm gonna have a little difficulty. Not sure if it's me. Uh-oh. Let's just give it a few minutes. Not sure if it's me or Jewel, but let's give it a second. Is everyone enjoying this so far? Everyone taking tips down about this delicious meal she got cooking for us? Oh, hey, she left. Okay, we're going to dial her right back in. Don't go anywhere. The meal isn't over. We're just getting started. We're halfway there now for the adult portion. Okay.
I feel like I'm in like the versus battle. My signal's going out.
It's good. It's good. We're here. The people are still here. They weren't leaving. Trust me.
Sorry, it's storming out. So I just added in some sriracha and I whisked that up. And you'll be able to tell that there's a darker consistency to it. And I'd probably say about 2 tablespoons. I didn't use too much. Again, testing it out. So I'm going to put this up. And, my nails in the way. I don't know how people do things with long nails.
Hey, Gabby. See, Gabby joined. You came just in time. Well, halfway. Now we're getting the adult bang bang shrimp going. So make sure you have your notebook out, taking your notes for this because it's getting good. And there's a cocktail at the end too. So if you want a nice cocktail, don't go anywhere yet.
So I like to eat mine with butter lettuce because it's well, it's prettier for presentation purposes than romaine or iceberg or spinach. But also, it has like a natural cup to it.
Mm.
So it tends to, if you're going to eat anything like a Korean taco or any type of wrap, I would actually eat it on that. So because Tay is not a fan of sriracha, I'm going to make his plate first.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to actually drizzle the sauce. Typically, I would try to toss it like a wing. But because I added sriracha in it, I'm not going to overdo it for him.
Okay. Oh, Gabby said, did you say cocktails? I did. They're coming up soon. That looks nice. So it's healthy too. Well, maybe just because I see the lettuce, but I feel like it looks really healthy at the same time. Like a good little meal.
I would hope I have tried not using cornstarch, to just using like a cracker or tempura to see if it like lightly fries it to give you that healthier taste. And it's not a bad option. I just still wish I had a crisp, which I still lean towards the cornstarch over flour. When you use flour, it'll give it more like a breading, like fried chicken, and then you feel like you're crunching through a wing versus eating a seafood.
Okay, makes sense. So are you plating it on the lettuce and then you have the rice on the side of it, or is that just separate for him?
I do. So I did it on the lettuce, and I have rice on the side. Again, this is just a coconut rice. So I just mixed a can of unsweetened coconut milk with some water and butter and boiled in some jasmine rice, and then allowed it to sit for a bit while we were waiting. And then I don't do anything else to the rice. I don't season it with anything else. I allow it to just soak up that coconut milk.
Yes.
Occasionally, I might go back and add in some more coconut milk if I feel like it kind of gets drier, but this actually came out like a really good batch of coconut rice.
Wow, this was really... It's like, I knew it was going to be fast, but I didn't think it'd be this fast, though. Like, the fact that I feel like when I get in the kitchen, I'm in there for like an hour or more, and it's just like, oh my gosh, like, it's a drag. You make it seem so easy.
During weekday meals, it has to, my goal of my Instagram is obviously eventually to move more towards the catering space. But at the moment, it's just trying to find meals that I can make during the week that'll take no more than 30 minutes, including my prep. Because you'll find a recipe online that call it a 30-minute meal, but it's a 45-minute prep. So it's
exactly.
Really
Yep.
So I feel like prep is essential to add. So,
one of our viewers said, how long would you say it takes? Wait, how long did you say it cooks for again?
Total, including the rice, it should be about 24 minutes. If it's just the shrimp, I'd say between prepping it and buttermilk to plating it, it's probably about 15 minutes.
That's perfect.
And that's our finished product.
It looks so good. Christine Nails Miami said yes, that's definitely needed. Ari said yum. Everyone's going crazy in the comments. This is really good.
You can also skillet fry your shrimp, so just putting it in a pan with some garlic, some butter, and a little bit of like Cajun seasonings if you don't want to like be fattening and fry it.
Yeah.
And still do the sauce over it. It comes out really good. I've used the sauce on chicken nuggets. It comes out good. I'll probably use the leftover sauce tomorrow on a salad with some grilled chicken just to use it.
Okay. That's really good. Yes, everyone. I hope you guys, again, I think a good portion of our people stayed the entire time because they weren't leaving. They wanted to make sure they got that recipe. One of our viewers said, are you sending plates? No, you got to enter the raffle. You got to enter. Don't enter the raffle. Then you can get a plate if you want that dish.
He said he has stuff prepped if you guys want to learn a cocktail.
Oh, yes. The people are, we could always get a good cocktail with our drink. So just toss it on over to Tay.
He has his little bar section, so let's move over here.
Our viewer said, because he needs one. Another one said, yummy. Hello, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Oh, wow. What a collection over there. We're ready for our drink.
That's what I do, so.
What's dinner without a cocktail?
Right.
Exactly.
All right. Nice.
Ready.
Alyssa said you said liquor.
I'm telling you, the people love it, especially during this pandemic. Everyone loves it.
Tell them what you're making, babe.
Doing a pomegranate martini.
Okay.
I'm gonna break a couple rules that you should not break for martinis, but just follow.
Let's follow. I don't know how to make one anyway, so I won't know if it's broken or not.
First thing you're gonna do, 6 seconds, orange vodka.
Okay.
When you say 6 seconds, is that a measurement or what does it equate to?
That'll be an ounce and a half.
If people like Yulissa, who's 6 seconds or 10, so we need to.
Triple sec, which is just orange liqueur, 1 second.
That's good. Wow.
Robert said same.
I'm telling you, people love the drinks.
2 ounces of pomegranate juice.
Okay.
Are there specific brands?
No.
Someone said, what's the wave routine? We're focusing on drinks right now. We'll get to drinks after.
1 ounce of lime juice.
Okay.
By someone, she meant Javelle.
Shake.
All right.
Do you have a time for shaking, or are you just shaking it?
Nope, you shake until you feel comfortable.
So the shaking just makes sure the drinks all blended together pretty much.
Right.
Okay.
A couple pomegranate seeds. Pour a couple in here.
You can use fresh pomegranate, but here in Tampa, they're not selling it. We went to 4 stores.
Now,
Wow.
It's not season.
You are not supposed to pour your martini over ice, but a few people in this household can't drink anything without ice. So this is how we have to prep this.
I feel shocked. Right now.
That looks good too.
Some little orange garnish.
Nice, nice. I wish I lived in this house. You got a chef, you got a bartender. This is amazing. That looks
Just more
so
ice.
good. The audience said beautiful. You have another one who's in the heart eyes. So how does it taste? Since we
strong.
can't have it, what does it taste like?
It is so strong.
Well, some people like that. So
No, it's good. It actually tastes really refreshing. I compare it to a mojito.
Okay.
Drink out of the pool is very, very light. It's very, very light.
That looks so good. I really wish. Wow. I wish, but there's none here.
Slight plug before we end the live is I did the math, and between that one cocktail and shrimp and the amount of shrimp I fry when I get done plating, it'll probably serve about 6 to 8 with a few for leftovers for tomorrow. Total it would have spent about $18.95. So it's still cheaper than a plate or appetizer.
Perfect.
Fish grill.
That is
So let's
perfect.
add that.
That's a whole week's worth of meal if I'm cooking for myself. Like, that's perfect. And $18? Wow.
Do you have anything to say to about your
You
cocktail?
guys want to share anything else with us before you guys sign out?
No, we're good. Again.
Oh, actually, one of our viewers wants to see, can we see the final dish again? I think they had something happen, or they maybe jumped on a little later. This is the beautiful final dish that I am dying for right now, but I will learn. I will learn and be patient and get this beautiful thing going.
They said that's their price.
I'm telling you, $18, that's a good deal. And for all that, I'm sure you'll be full too.
I decided on a lot of my recipes, if I can keep up with them, I wanted to start adding the price. So if I go to Publix,
Yes,
X
please.
dollar, because budget is important in this household.
For everybody, yeah. I know it's very important. But before you go, share your Instagram handle with us again. Tell us about your raffle one more time. And anything else you want to share with the viewers before we sign out.
Yes, again, Instagram is Culinary Collection. So Curl, CURLINARY Collection. His is Full House Cocktails with a 3 instead of the E. And we are doing a $7 raffle for all Tampa residents. You'll be able to win dinner and signature cocktails for 2. And it's a 3-course dinner. You'll get your appetizer, your entree, and a dessert, one of my cakes. And we'll set that up with your cocktails. You'll each have 2 servings, so you get a refill. And then we'll do light decor on your table.
That is perfect. You guys, do their raffle. It is worth it. Do it, do it, do it. If you don't do it, you're sleeping at $7. Like, for a 3-course meal, come on. Energy, come on, let's be real. But thank you guys for taking the time to show us how it gets down to your kitchen. I really appreciate it. And I hope our viewers follow you. I'll make sure they follow you. I'll continue to pub your stuff because
We'll have the
That's-
full recipe written out on that page for those who might have missed the measurements.
That too, and I'll make sure to put that on too. And again, this will also be on my story too, and I'll send it to you so you can post on your page so we can just get this going. And I'm so excited again. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Hope y'all enjoy your meal tonight and your drink.
Already there.
Okay, bye. Well, that's all for this IG Live today. Thank you guys again for tuning in. We'll continue doing more of these if you guys are loving this. Thank you again. And that's Taylor Knight signing out with TK On Demand. Bye.